Hey everyone, this is No Name here, your friendly neighborhood nobody on the internet. And today I want to start off with my very first video on this channel talking about something that I just think is weird and looks like it's being blown out of proportion. I don't really quite understand what's going on in it, but I can read you the article and I just couldn't help but think this was a little bit of overreaction to what I'm seeing. This mom warns a popular Roblocks video game after 7-year-old's avatar violently gang raped. And when I first read this title, I was thinking maybe someone put a cheat in, modded the program somewhat to show things that shouldn't be shown. I was dead wrong after I looked at the Facebook post of the mom and I looked at the video, and it just, to me, it personally looks like people are just standing on top of another character, and I don't see what they're portraying it. I just don't see it. And this may be because I'm mentally retarded in some aspects and I don't understand certain things, but to me it just looks like a group of characters who are kind of ganging up on another character and just standing on top of them. That's all I see. But I will read this article because this is just such a weird thing and I just wanted to cover it, and there wasn't really much else to cover currently in video game news, and it's kind of what I want to do on this channel. So this is from Fox 32 Chicago, and I'm just going to start reading. Amber Peterson was lounging in bed with her 7-year-old daughter last week, watching her play the popular children's video game Roblocks on her iPad when she saw a disturbing display on the screen. Her confused daughter, Brooklyn, paused and showed her mom the screen, which Peterson says showed a female avatar, her daughter's character, being violently gang raped on a playground by 2 male avatars. I want to point this out. I looked at this picture and I will show it to you now. There are 3 characters on this girl. One of them's female. Stupid ad just popped up. And 2 are boys. And yes, the one boy does look in a weird position, but I honestly can't see anything sexual, and she could have easily explained it away to her child, like they're just dogpiling you or something weird like that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying this is the most innocent thing I could think of. Like I couldn't even see it as a gang rape at all, and I thought maybe the words being used by the male character was a slur of some sort. So I googled it and looked to look on the Urban Dictionary for the term he uses in the picture. Okay, now I gotta go previous comments. So I'm gonna pull this video. I'm showing the picture on the screen for you guys right now, but it says F34K tree, and I thought that might be a term for sexual misconduct or something, and I looked it up and I really couldn't find anything. Maybe I'm just missing it because I'm not into that type of stuff. But as you can see, there's clearly a female character, another male character, and there's the girl laying down is the supposed daughter character, this avatar, and then there's this kid male thing, and it doesn't look like anything to me. Like, this could easily be explained away as people being weird. Like, if my mom saw this and I was a kid, she would just said, "Oh, they're just being idiots, honey. Just ignore it. It's nothing you need to be worried about." And she would make sure that she probably watched me for the next time, make sure this wasn't something reoccurring. But it's not something you need to blow out of proportion. It's not like they have their dicks out and she's actually getting raped. It's nothing like that. It looks like you put your Lego characters in a weird position, which I probably did so many times as a kid without knowing it. And it looks totally normal. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I mean, it doesn't look like normal, but it just easily explained away to a child. It's not something you need to blow out into a giant proportion. And if you really feel that bad, just stop playing the video game, you know. But we're going to continue on. Words cannot describe the shock, disgust, and guilt that I am feeling right now, but I'm trying to put those feelings aside so I can get this warning to the others as soon as possible, Peterson wrote in a Facebook post. The post I had been seen more than 7,000 times is on Friday. I don't have a Facebook anymore, so I don't want to. I didn't post back to this, but if I did, I would. I just don't care for Facebook. I only looked at the article and made sure I read what she posted. And it really feels like she's blowing this so out of proportion. What she needed to do is just report it if she thought it was a problem to the right people. And that's about all. I don't see this as a big thing. There's nothing that they did that was overly... I mean, what they did was wrong if they were intentionally doing it. But it's so... I mean, I've seen child TV shows that are more promiscuous, more risque than this little thing. It doesn't look like anything. It's not like she could hear them saying curse words to them. Okay, so I'm going to just continue on from here. The Rayleigh NC-based Peterson took screenshots of the incident and shared them online, and I watched them and I've shown them to you. I will link both the article to the Fox article and to the woman. Well, I guess from the Fox article you'll get to her Facebook page as well. But Peterson said the photos show her daughter's character being assaulted by two men on a patch of grass as a female observer jumps on her body. Okay, so it did add the female part there. Peterson immediately shielded her daughter from the graphic scene, which doesn't make sense because it wasn't that graphic. I mean, it could be taken that way, but a child's not going to understand that. I'm sorry. They're just not. Unless you explicitly tell them that's not a good thing. Though she admits she caught the beginning of the alleged sexual act, I am shuddering to think of what kind of damage this image could have on the psyche as well as any other child that could potentially be exposed to this. None. They're Lego characters, basically. They have no genitalia. It literally looks like they're just dogpiling on the character. It's nothing kids haven't seen a million times somewhere else. Like, I'm sorry, there's nothing to suggest anything. There's no text that I have seen that are explicit. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just saying there's no real damage here. It's being blown so out of proportion. It's kind of laughable in a way. And I did kind of just sit back and are you kidding me? Peterson continued, adding the Roblocks as a security setting that allows parents to block outside conversations or invitations from strangers, which would make sense. You don't want pedophiles and stuff talking to them, and I know that was a big concern with a lot of children's games. I know Minecraft had that issue for a while, where there were a couple bad seeds tainting the entire group that were really targeting kids and stuff on YouTube, which was gross, and it wasn't actually the majority of the community that was doing this, just a few, but it was still disgusting, and I know that happens in a lot of kid-based games that allow conversation with anyone, so that's a good feature to have, and I hope she used it. At the time, Peterson believed she adjusted the security settings to maximum privacy on her daughter's Roblox account, or at least we thought we did, Peterson said. The 35-year-old Peterson is urging others to take a closer look at their security settings as well as monitor activity on the user-generated online game before allowing their children to participate. That's kind of what you're supposed to do as a parent, no matter what. I am sorry to say this, but if you didn't do that already, you're not a good parent. My mom, before I was even allowed to watch any movies or play any games, she made sure it was a game she would approve of. And even if there's online content, she would always make sure that I knew that no matter whatever anyone else said, that I was much older than 7 when I was playing online games, but she didn't let me play online games until I was 13 or 14 because, they weren't really huge. But I remember not being allowed to talk to strangers on the internet until I was about 14 or 15 years old, and I was told never to give certain information out, and she made sure that I knew how to be safe on the internet. I can't believe how big this is. I urge you to take another look at the security settings. Okay, we already read that part. To continue playing games with online platforms such as Roblox. She added in her Facebook post, better yet, perhaps you can join me taking the rest of the summer to challenge your child to put away their screens and read. I will actually promote that. That's a good choice. I don't necessarily think kids should be playing games all the time. I'm not saying that my childhood was the best, but it definitely wasn't. I had a lot of trouble as a child. I am mentally retarded, so I have a lot of issues as an adult as well. But I know that people shouldn't be on video games or tablets all the time. So teaching your child to take a little bit of time to read might be a good thing. I still think you're blowing this Roblox thing way out of proportion, but I will continue this article nonetheless. Roblox, which boasts about being the #1 game site for kids and teens. Really? Do teenagers really play that shit? Most teens I know play like Call of Duty or Battlefield or some FPS crap. I'm not a huge FPS fan. I love my fighting games and I love RPGs. I'm more of a JRPG fan. I love Kingdom Hearts. I love Final Fantasy. I love mech-based video games. It's like I do love my American developers as well. I'm not totally Japanese, but I do have a tendency to prefer more Japanese-oriented gameplay and video games produced there. But on its website and its developers by the Roblocks Corporation had about 50 million active users in 2017. Every day, virtual explorers come to Roblox to create adventures, play games, role play, and learn with their friends in a family-friendly, immersive 3D environment. Roblox explains on its site, last year Roblox users created 11 million titles. Oh, so it's like a sandbox similar to Gary's Mod or something like that, except it has a set theme, I'm guessing. Roblox has not yet returned Fox News requests for a... Are you kidding me? Freaking ad played in the middle of that. Hopefully that didn't ruin the recording too bad. So Roblox refused to respond. Earlier this week, the company told WRAL it was outraged by the situation and blamed the violent altercation on a bad actor who has since been removed from platform. The particular game Brooklyn was playing was reportedly suspended. We'll be putting additional safeguards in place to reduce the possibility of this happening again in the future, the company told the news station in a statement. I believe they also said something in the Facebook article. I think the company is doing the right thing here. It was the wrong thing to do, but I do think that everything is being blown out of proportion to what it should be. I believe that Amber Peterson should have said something. She should have made a statement that this had happened. However, I don't necessarily see this as being that big a deal. It's not like it was Grand Theft Auto realism. It literally looks like dogpiling to me. It's not this big hullabaloo, but I can see some good coming out of this where parents may be a little bit more parenting. I don't know how to put it in a better context, but I do think that everyone's going to get a big scare out of this, and I actually saw a whole bunch of different articles on this, and this happened, I believe this woman says it happened in June. This article was posted last night at 6:22, and it's not going to go away. I know this is going to be a big thing, and yeah, it is. I feel like it's going to be blown out of proportion. It's not that big of a deal. It didn't look like anything to me. I was trying my hardest to see it, and I just don't. I mean, if you guys see it, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'm just totally blind to these type of things. I tend to be, because I don't understand sexuality in the same way as an adult does. I am, like I said, legitimately mentally retarded. I see a psychiatrist for this stuff. I do this YouTube stuff for fun. This is actually my third or fourth channel making. I'm not quite up there with this, but to me it just looks like people being dogpiled in a slightly suggestive position for one guy. It doesn't look like anything detrimental to the child. It's literally how the adult handles it that makes this a bad or good situation. You could literally just explain this away to the child as, oh, these kids are just being idiots and they were pretending to dogpile you and you're bullying you or something like that. And I think Roblox did the right thing and took the title or game down created by this, and it was definitely the right thing to do if this is what happened. And I think the right course of action is going to be taken, but I do think the news articles are going to be really crazy, and I have a bad feeling that those SJW pro gamer journalists may spin this in a very awkward light very soon, and it may not be a good time for any gamer who is remotely male because of this. I cringe at the very thought of what they're going to say now because of these two immature idiots who didn't really do much other than dogpile a Lego character. I just don't see this being that big of a problem. I mean, the proper steps were taken to correct it, and everything looks like it's being corrected. So it really doesn't look that bad. But my biggest fear is more of those SJW sites taking this out of proportion. And then for the next 6 to 8 weeks, we're going to hear nothing but that guys are trying to rape girls in video games. And it's just not true. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll be continuing making more content like this. Talk to you later. Bye.